Hi, this is Elaine and Preet again. We're on another walk with Zoe. Anyhow, we were just talking about career journeys and thought that might be a nice one to share as well. Preet was just telling me about her career journey, which I found intriguing because you mentioned that it's been interesting over the years and how you've been on the fringe. Tell me more.
Yeah, so my career journey has been rocky, and I'm sharing this with you, and you know my skill set and my level of exuberance and ability to connect with people and make a difference, and so it doesn't make sense that my career journey is as rocky as it has been. And I think a little bit of it is perspective, because once I'm kind of through this conversation, you realize I can look at it as being a rocky journey, or I can look at it as being a very
a learning journey.
A learning journey that's given me real incredible breadth and depth in what I, as a practitioner. So yeah, I've just had so many principals. Like, I don't remember. I think I have never had a principal for more than 2 years. I've been in 9 different schools in 3 different continents, and seems to be whenever they're shifting or kind of moving teachers in and out to different schools in a district, I'm the one that's getting moved and bumped. And
is that just the position you hold at that point in time, or how does that come about?
Seems to be the position I'm holding, seems to feel like short end of the stick, seems to feel circumstance. It's never been I've never been moved because of performance,
yeah.
Right, absolutely. And
it's important to make that clear.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
You're awesome at what you're doing.
Thank you.
Even here, I mean, you stepped in. You came here first as a homeroom teacher, and your class was pretty diverse.
They were a handful that year.
Right?
Yeah,
They were pretty diverse.
That took a lot of toolkit out of my toolkit for sure.
I recall that. Like, sometimes just like, wow, Preet, how do you do this?
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome because that diversity in the classroom and level of strategies in terms of differentiation that you had to kind of pull out at any moment during the day to...
Yeah, it was a lot of not just academic differentiation, but it was a lot of behavioral management.
And social emotional management.
Absolutely.
And so on. So,
absolutely.
I mean, you mastered that awesome. And then, and this year, you've kind of stepped into a new role that is sustainability coach, where we sometimes ask, like, oh, what is a sustainability coach? I think we've had an episode on that at some point in time. But, and there you've actually accomplished quite a few things already, right? We recently had the Qatar Sustainability Day.
Yeah, Sustainability Week. Yeah,
Sustainability Week.
That was really good.
Tell us a bit about that.
We
connected with it. Because I just remember one day saying, I've got 2 days to make this decision. Do you think it can work? And I'm like, yes, let's go for it.
Yeah, so they were already doing a little bit of work on our landscaping. So I contacted the CEO's office and asked if we can take it over. So instead of having the gardeners come and put all the plants in, so that our students can do it. So we were able to coordinate over the course of a week the CEO office, the landscaping engineer, and all of our primary students who were rotating through a schedule to come down and plant flowers, bushes, trees, and then we also got our greenhouse going at the same time and started putting a vegetable garden going.
Wow.
So it was a really, really...
Yeah.
It was a good event to just, when you talk about the tip of an iceberg, it's what shows, what people see.
Right.
It got lots of attention.
Yeah.
But what's not being seen is that there's a lot of groundwork that I've been doing.
Yeah.
That's been fantastic. So, this conversation started because I'm trying to analyze why I have so many switches and changes and in my dynamic career. And I think it's what I was getting to earlier was I think I'm just a pioneer in what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of the times the initiatives that I take on haven't been fully adopted and embedded in what society is doing or deeming important yet. Mm-hmm. And I feel like as an educator, that's my role, right? To keep pushing that paradigm.
Right.
And it starts with like health and wellness and physical education. And I remember thinking, you can do phys ed in a small classroom and you can be physically active just with your body and small implements. And it's not always playing dodgeball or basketball in a big gym. Mm-hmm. It's just your own personal body. And I remember back home, they started a daily physical activity and they made it a policy in schools. And I had already been kind of embedding this practice in my teaching for years before that policy came out. Moving on from that, technology hit big, and I was one of the first people at the American International School in Riyadh. When smartboards first came out, I had to write a proposal to get a smartboard in my classroom, and they were just brand new in the school setting. Also very fringe and pioneering, and I ran teacher workshops and just became this teacher who embedded technology all the time.
Was that where you were telling me once about, the technology in the classroom and there was a pair of scissors on the list as being technology?
Absolutely. So we were rewriting the technology
policy.
It was like their curriculum. Mm-hmm. And we pulled out the old list of what is in the school, what technological tools are in the school. And on that list was scissors and a calculator. And I was like, whoa, I got to I have that memory of looking at a list of technology in a school and seeing scissors and calculators on that. And to take it from that 15 years ago to where we are now.
Right, and that is not long ago.
No.
Seriously, not long ago.
I still feel like I'm 25 years old. And it's been 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I guess what I'm getting to is now with the education for sustainability, it's the same journey. It's a little bit fringe. It's a little bit like my role at this school this year has been so pioneering. Mm-hmm. It doesn't exist in every school.
No, well, when you think about it, even the term sustainability is not that old, right? It became such a buzzword, I think 5, 6, 7 years ago. This buzzword, but people didn't really, I don't know, I'm just going to assume here that not many people understood what that means and how it's embedded. And, I've been part of, you've done the course as well, of Compass Education, Sustainability Compass, and we can put that in the chat somewhere. There's a link to that. But they've been pioneering this field of trying to get the understandings of systems thinking and sustainability into the curriculum for a few years now, many years now. And I'm just thinking about where you say you're always the pioneer on the brink of things. Yeah. And this is really what it is. It takes time for that to evolve and to really get embedded. And once that shift happens, you'll see it you're just going to be at the forefront of it all, right?
Well, and and then when I look back at my career, I should have been at the forefront of all the health and wellness initiatives, mm-hmm. and I should have been at the forefront of all the technology initiatives, because I was right in there digging in.
Yeah.
And so very similarly to what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So I guess I got to take some of that learning from the past and see how I can stay ahead of this. Instead of letting it watch other people get ahead of it and be like, whoa, I could have been doing that.
Well, at the same time, you can also see it as your role is planting the seeds, right? From school to school, you plant the seeds of this initiative, that initiative. The seeds has to be nurtured a little bit, and then you move on and you plant a new seed somewhere.
Man, I'm tired. I don't want to move on anymore. Whew. This career is making me work up a sweat.
Wow. Okay, well, find somewhere to just settle down. You'll probably find you get bored.
Yeah, that's also very true.
Well, yeah, careers. What can I say?
No, that was a good segment. Career journeys.
career journey.
You know, they can be so smooth, they can be rocky, but at the end of the day, it is really about the learning and growth.
It is.
Absolutely.
I think it's important that we recognize that and not be too hard on ourselves as well, particularly if things are rocky or not going as smooth. We talked in another conversation about contrast, and if that's the case, then just be gentle with ourselves.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
I was like, when you hesitated at just be, the two words that ran into my head were gritty and resilient. And then the word that popped out of your mouth was gentle. Oh my goodness. I'm learning a lot about myself again. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.